What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Steve's Random Stuff. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Please hit that like and subscribe button down on the bottom. Let me know you're enjoying the content. I'm trying to build the channel. Thanks for all the new subscribers who've tuned in lately, and I really appreciate that. We've gone over 500 in the last couple months, so I'm trying to build towards that 1,000 subscriber list. So please hit that subscribe button and let me know you're watching. I am back out here in the garage today, getting the boat ready, getting my tackle ready for upcoming club tournament for the Redwood Empire Bass Club January tournament, first tournament of 2024, and this month's tournament will be at Lake Berryessa. So this is the monthly tie one on video. So I'll go through all the tackle I got up, kind of go over kind of some of my approach, what I'm planning on doing, and kind of give you some insight on tourney prep. But before we get into all the rods and setups, kind of hit on what I'm drinking tonight. So while I'm tying them on, I'm tying one on, and got a special beer for today, and this is the Hen House 2024 Big Chicken. This is the special edition. It just came out this week. It is a double IPA running at 10%. It's brewed with Vista, Citra, Idaho 7, Simcoe Mosaic, and Bella CGX hops. So big variety, really smooth. Doesn't taste like 10%, but it hits you like 10%. So cheers to you. If I slur or stutter, you know why. So anyways, let me get into the rods. And got some reaction baits, got some bottom draggers, my typical Berryessa baits, and a couple little different variations of those. So I'll just kind of get into some of my reaction baits really quick. Going to start out, probably in the morning, we'll start out throwing some reaction baits, see if we get something really quick. I got a Lucky Craft DD pointer. This is a deep diving pointer. It's got the bigger lip on it. And this will get down there like that 8-foot range, maybe even 9 foot. I got some 10-pound line on here. So it's targeting those deeper bass. If you saw the recent video, I was up there about a week and a half ago. Pretty slow bite, only 2 fish, 2 bites on the day, but good quality fish. And yeah, there was a couple tournaments this past weekend, and from what I hear, there was like 3 limits over 20 pounds. I'm not sure what they caught them on, but some really good bags there, especially for Berryessa. So we'll look for some shallow fish, we'll look for some deep fish, and a variety thereof. Another bait that I got on here is an underspin, and I got the Megabass little swim bait on there, hazadong shad. I'm using the double bladed underspin by Picasso. I really like these baits, especially in the winter. I actually caught my first fish of last year on this rig. The only downfall of these is if you catch a couple of fish and these wires tend to break off, but double bladed. Nice bait I can drag on the bottom, going with a 1/4 ounce on that to get down there and just drag it slowly on the bottom. Another bottom bouncer, kind of like a spoon type bait, is the 6 Cents tail spinner, going with something a little orange, kind of a bluegill color, something I can throw down there, let it sink to the bottom. And I was marking some bait fish down on that 40 to 45 foot range. Also saw some fish down in the 60-foot range, so I can let this sink to the bottom and kind of bounce it like a jig, or cast it out and yo-yo it back. A couple options with that. Kind of a neat looking bait. I do have some other colors in this, but I went with something with a little bit of orange on it. It's going to be cloudy, chances of some showers as well. So kind of went with a matte finish and some color on there to attract those fish. One other reaction bait on here, deep diving crankbait. This is the Duo Realis let's see, it's a G27 20A. So this will get down there 20 foot plus. Down there, big old bill on this thing. Well, something a little bit brighter, just something a little different, just to change things up. Throwing this on my Dobbin 764 CBRM. It's the cranking rod. Really good rod for cranking. Just hope it can handle this bigger bait. So it's something deep cranking. Last year when we fished the tournament at Berryessa in January, one or two of the guys were deep cranking and had some good limits on that. So we'll give that a shot, see how it goes. Now we'll get into some of the bottom bouncers, bottom draggers. I had this last time out was the Mr. B purple sculpin jig. I put on a trailer the Yamamoto, my secret color, the cinnamon blue flake, as a trailer instead of the cinnamon brown. Just a little different color. This is a great, probably an afternoon bait. If the sun does come out, I can throw that. It's kind of a finesse jig. I did trim the skirt down a little bit. I also trimmed the weed guard a little bit, took some of the strands out of that to make it a little lighter, and I also fan it out, as you can see there, so it doesn't interfere with the fish at all. So that's like a 3/8 ounce, a little bit lighter, something I can bounce around the bottom. And of course, if you've been following the channel for a while and you saw my last video on the Hula grubs, yeah, I can't go to Berryessa without that. I got two rigs set up. I got my 734 with a 1/2 ounce in the cinnamon brown color, like there. And I got my 733 Savvy series with the green pumpkin with the green pumpkin boss football head there. So two different rigs, two different setups. If I need to get deeper, if I want to feel the bottom, I can go with the 1/2 ounce, or I can throw with the 3/8 ounce. So that was my two standard setups there. Then I got a shaky head, and this is the Wu Tungsten shaky head in the 1/4 ounce, and I got the Yamamoto Slim Senko on there. This is, I think, a discontinued bait, but I got a whole bunch of these. Really cool looking bait, really great for shaky head, and with that long skinny tail, just kind of whips around there. This is a green pumpkin with a purple and copper color. I also have this in a couple other colors as well. So my shaky head setup, and I'm running this on 6 pound line, or excuse me, 8 pound test for the shaky head. And then one other bait here for dragging the bottom is a Ned Rig. I dropped down to 8 pound test on this. This is a Biwaa Duce spinner swim bait, something a little more finessey with the 6 pound line. I got the red head on there, and just a small bait. Instead of using like your typical Ned baits, I thought I'd go with a little swim bait, something I can drag on the bottom, and get those fish to those bait down there to chase that thing. So a little different variation on the Ned Rig instead of just your TRD worms. And then I got two drop shot setups for this weekend. First one is the one excuse me. First one I got here is the one I was throwing last week, and it's the 4-inch worm by Biospawn. This is the pink color with the chartreuse tail. You see that little better right there. Just nose hook it with a little octopus hook. Works really good. 1/4 ounce tungsten, Wu Tungsten drop shot weight on there as well. This one is 8 pound line on this one, and you know, like I say, it worked for me last time out, so hopefully that works again this coming weekend. Then my other drop shot rig, on this one I did drop down to 6 pound line, and going with the D-shaped worm, or Shad shaped worm. This is the Yamamoto bait. This is in the monster Shad color from Outdoor Pro Shop. I'm not sure if they're actually making these colors anymore. I got 1 pack left of these of this color. It's always been a good color, you know, around here locally, Lake Berryessa, Lake Sonoma, Clear Lake, etc. So hopefully they start making that again. Awesome color. And so Outdoor Pro Shop, if you guys are watching, guys tuning in, get some more of the Monster Shad colors, because they are a great bait. So again, 6 pound line. This is actually my my old G Loomis GL2 rod. I've had this probably for 20 years. It's a kind of a medium light action rod, so I call it my noodle rod because it's pretty soft, and that's why I can get away with that 6 pound line, especially with Berryessa. You know, you're fishing open water. There's nothing really gets snagged up on down there other than some rocks, and so Kind of just a finesse style bait. End of last year when I was fishing these shad shaped worms as well, and caught a couple 3-pounders. So really good option up there, and 6-pound line is a good way to go in open water. Just set your drag a little looser, use a softer tip rod, and that should do you. Like I said, with the Ned Rig, this is also 6-pound line. Again, just trying to stay finessey, and I can power fish with those reaction baits. I got 10 and 12-pound tests on my Hula grubs, and I think 8-pound tests on my shaky head. But again, we're fishing. I expect I'll be fishing down, you know, anywhere from 20 feet to 40 or 50 feet. So you want to get down there. Kind of the game plan is just, you know, fish the rocks, fish the main lake, and then into some of the pockets, like the secondary points in the pockets. There's a few areas that I know where you kind of go into the cove and it makes a turn. You want to fish those corners where it makes a turn before it gets all the way back to the end. I know when I was up there last time, I saw some guys doing that. They were fishing kind of farther into the coves, and I was out on the point, so I think we'll look at getting back into the coves a little bit farther on the secondary points. See if those fish are stacked up. I know there was a lot of bait in there, so those fish are probably chasing the bait. So those are my rods. I do have the Bacillary Baits A-Rig or Sleigh Rig tied up that I had previously. Haven't changed that at all. And I think that's all I got. My standard 13 rod setup. And getting out there, fishing with my friend Mike. Neither him or I drew a partner, so we're pairing up together. And it'll be the first time him and I fish together. He's probably going to get out this week and do some pre-fishing, so we'll get some more information before Saturday. But I'll be stuck working. Busy time of year for me, so I fish when I can. And I'm sure a lot of you are out there fishing when you can as well. And weather should be, you know, not too bad. Chance of like 15-20% chance of rain. So cloudy. Going with the darker colors on some of these baits. We'll see where the water clarity is. Last time the water was getting pretty dirty up in the creeks, but it's moving down with all the rain we've had in the last week. So we'll see how far that has moved. That'll be interesting. I'm sure down by the narrows and down towards the dam will still be clear, but the main lake may start getting some of that effects from the rain. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all sticking around to watch. Cheers. Here's the big chicken. Picked this up at the hen house, barrel house in Petaluma. Get it while you can, because it's only available for a short time. This is again the 2024 big chicken. So cheers to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you at the lake. Have a good one.